It's April 29th, 2025, and this is Sketchworks NewsBrake. The news stops here. I'm Brian Troxel, and I didn't shave today. I didn't even put on a dress shirt. I barely put on pants, and I'm not apologizing for it. We're the new media, and we can do whatever we want. I want to move over here so they can put up pictures. Today is Donald Trump's 100th day in office. His second 100th day in office, non-consecutively. 100 days of Doge and tariffs, ice and Diet Coke. I like my Diet Coke like I like my Homeland Security, filled with ice. Speaking of ice, Real Madrid defender Antonio Rudiger threw a bag of ice at a referee at the end of Madrid's loss to Barcelona. Rudiger apologized on social media. The same social media which the Pew Research Center finds may be hurting teens' mental health. The same Pew Research Center which finds President Trump's approval rating is lower than it was 100 days ago. And there's your NewsBrake News Loop. Sunday was the Mass of Requiem for Pope Francis. Attendees included Prince William, French President Macron, Prince Albert of Monaco, the King and Queen of Spain, and a lot of other people. So many people. President Trump's takeaway from the funeral was that U.S. presidents should be like the Pope and remain in office until they die, after meeting with J.D. Vance. Former President Biden was also at the funeral, but was briefly confused, thinking it was his funeral. Is that me in that box? No, I'm in this chair. That's not me. I'm me, not in the box. Following the service, Trump had an impromptu meeting with Ukrainian President Zelensky. Zelensky started the conversation by asking Trump, "Why aren't you wearing a black suit? It's a funeral. Where's your black suit?" The Vatican conclave to elect Pope Francis's successor is scheduled to begin on May 7th. Cardinals have already ruled out picking Shedeur Sanders. Speaking of Shedeur Sanders, the son of an Atlanta Falcons assistant coach prank called him and made him believe he would be drafted by the New Orleans Saints. But that's not the worst of it. Shedeur did get drafted by the Cleveland Browns. The CDC's report on fertility rates for 2024 show that they are close to a record low for the United States. Last year, over 3.6 million babies were born in America, and half of those were fathered by Nick Cannon. My fertility rate in 2024 was unchanged from every single previous year. Economists with hedge fund Apollo Global Management predict a full-on recession this summer due to the fallout from President Donald Trump's tariffs. Goodbye, hot girl summer. Hello, hot, your everyday items are either unaffordable or outright unavailable summer. I prefer the hot girls. Hey, please remember to like this video and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. We posted a couple of new things over the last week that you can also check out. If you're not in Atlanta, or you missed our most recent show, An Impotent Token Effort in Anticipation of Certain Doom, first of all, you should have come to the show. It was awesome. But whether you came to the show or not, you can watch our live stream from Sunday afternoon's final performance right here. We also posted a short film from that show, Too Hot for Jail, which you should watch as well. Unless you're too hot for watching YouTube videos, that is, but somehow I don't believe that's true since everybody watches YouTube videos. We'll put links for both of those in the description below. I've started saying that in everyday life, which is kind of weird. Watch those at your leisure. But finish watching NewsBrake first since you're already here. And that has been this week's gratuitous plug set. On a recent episode of 60 Minutes, hey, remember that show? Correspondent Scott Pelley said, in his words, "None of us is happy about recent changes to the show that led its executive producer to quit. One of the biggest changes, the 60 Minutes stopwatch will be replaced with a 60 Minutes smartwatch." A 49-year-old Southern California man drank an entire bottle of Prosecco for a JetBlue flight from Florida to Los Angeles. He then proceeded to expose himself to flight attendants. Twice. allegedly, JetBlue issued a statement that his kind of behavior has no place on our airline. If he wants to do that, he should fly Spirit. I just want to note for the record that although what that passenger did on that flight is something I would possibly do on a cross-country flight, in that particular instance, it was not me. I don't fly JetBlue. Last Tuesday on her Goop podcast, actress? Does Gwyneth still act? Anyway, Gwyneth Paltrow admitted she has stopped following a strict paleo diet and is, in fact, eating bread again. Oh! With the reintroduction of yeast into her diet, she said she needs to change the scent of her vagina candle. New York State lawmakers announced a plan to ban cell phones in public schools. The proposal does allow students one exception. They have to use one of those giant brick phones like Zach Morris's character in Saved by the Bell. And Screamin' Prince Louis celebrated his 7th birthday last Wednesday. His grandfather, the King of England, sees so much of young Harry in Louis that he has warned William and Kate not to ignore Louis the way Harry feels he was. The King doesn't want Louis to have the same fate as Harry, married to a self-absorbed actress of no consequence. Hey, I'm a self-absorbed actor of no consequence. Hasn't gotten me anything. That's all for Sketchworks NewsBrake. We'll be back next week, and we hope you are too. I'm Brian Troxel. Say hi to your mom for me. I hope she hasn't changed the scent of her vagina candle.
Just try to do what I feel like is best for me and what's right.
How did you guys meet?
Not talking about this.
No?
No.
It's a topic neither one of them is comfortable commenting on.